up? What's up? What should we do to this thing? Sell it? No. Let's put hood pins on. And you guessed it, Mitch and Dave here. Today we're going to be walking you guys through how to install urethane hood pins on your fiberglass hoods. Come check it out. Alrighty guys, so one of the first things that you guys want to do before you install the hood pins is if you're putting on a new hood, or if you put on a new hood, you want to make sure that your hood is adjusted exactly how you want it. So the hood against the fender, every little detail needs to be snug and tight so that you guys don't have to make any adjustments after you put the hood pins on, because once you put the hood pins on, it's very hard to adjust those hood pins. So make sure everything is exactly how you want it and you'll be good to go. Let's get started. Alright, so what you want to do first is you want to throw the hood up. So just have some type of cloth or something right here to throw over your windshield so you don't mess up your hood. And then just go ahead and get the hood out of the way. Alright, so now that you have the hood up, what you want to do is you want to take your bump stops off. So basically just grab a screwdriver or any type of prior thing, just kind of pry away at the old rubber stop. Then you're going to grab your wrenches and just go ahead and take this nut and bolt out. Alright, so now you've got your nuts and bolts out, you got the old bump stops out from both sides. So next thing to do is enlarge the hole for your hood pins. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try to drill our holes. This might take a while. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna take a while. Yeah, buddy. One down. Oh.
Want me to do it?
You know what, Dave? Yeah, I want you to do it. Woo! Alright, so now that you've ground the new holes that are big enough to fit your pins, what you want to do is you want to grab one of the nuts and just thread it all the way up as tight as you can get it by hand, and you're going to throw it on. Then you're going to grab your other nut, and from the bottom you're just going to go and screw that on hand tight too. You're going to do that to both sides, and grab your wrenches and tighten away. And what these two nuts do is they help you adjust. So we'll get these on for now, and we'll see about adjusting later. One thing you want to make sure is when you tighten all of this down that the pins will go to the side, or whatever your preference is. If you want them to go facing back that way, you do it, but just make sure when you tighten it down that the holes in the pins are facing the right way. Okay, now that you have your pins on, one trick that you want to do is grab a little bit of grease or anything that you can put on top of this and on top of the other one. What this is going to do is this is going to help you leave a mark so that when you shut the hood, you're going to be able to see where you need to drill your pilot holes. So check this out. We're just going to let it sit on top of there real nicely. And when we lift it, we can see exactly where the grease touched. So that's where we're going to drill our holes. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw some cardboard over our engine compartment. You could throw a tarp, you could throw anything that you have. And this will work best with a friend. If you want to take the hood off again, you can. Or if you want to prop it up against something, you can, but I'm just gonna hold it while Dave goes ahead and drills the holes into the hood, the pilot hole. And you can do that right where that little grease mark was at. Alright, now as you can see, we've got nice holes right there. Those are the starting holes. What you want to do is with a hole cutter, it's the best, easiest, cleanest way to do it. You want to drill from the top so that you can stick your hood pin. What is this called?
Urethane. Hood mount. Pin holder. The urethane.
Your urethane object.
Hood mount.
Okay, you're gonna drill the hole so you can put your piece of urethane into your hood. All right, so what you want to do to prop your hood up is just throw a little piece of wood in between the grill and your hood, and we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes. Whoa. All right, and then just check it with your piece of urethane, and your piece of urethane slides right in. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. And bam, that goes right in, nice and snug. All right, so now that you've drilled the hood in both sides, you could grab a marker if you want, or you can just get your drill and drill right through. We're gonna go with a marker and just kind of find your holes after you've lined up the piece of urethane with the little logo facing whichever way you want. So there we go, now we're gonna drill these holes out. All right, now that you drilled your holes, you're just gonna throw your piece of urethane in there and cross your fingers, hoping that you did it right. And you're just gonna slide the little bolts in there. Just the one is being hard. There we go. So you got your bolts in now, so you're just gonna try and wiggle the nut onto the end of it, and then tighten that bad boy up. You know, this can get frustrating at times, but you guys just need to hang in there. I can do it. Anybody can do it. Am I right, Dave?
100%.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for the support. All right, and there we go. So you don't want to do too snug because it is urethane, but just tight enough to hold it down. And do that to both sides, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so we've got the urethane and the pins installed. Now, if you come check it out, you probably can't see too well, but we need to get the pin to adjust higher so we can get the clips in. So we're gonna do that with some wrenches. All right, so as you can see, we got the pins in. Just do that to both sides and then you're basically done. All right, now what you wanna do is if your hood is sitting a little bit below your fender, if you've got a lot of wiggle room up there, you can use a little hose to throw right on top of your nut so that when you put the hood down, you can see that the pin will be real nice and snug up against that urethane to keep your hood down. Now you could do this a lot of ways. You can stack some washers underneath your nut, or you can figure out some ways you can improvise. That's what we Bronco drivers like to do. We thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and call us if you got any questions. We'll see you guys out there on the trail.